First of all, let me apologize for submitting my assignment so late. There's a lot of things going on in my life, and hopefully we can sit down and talk one of these days and get everything straightened out. But anyway, so for this assignment, we had to talk about basically like the first couple weeks of class and how we felt about everything. And so, going into early childhood education, I had a little background. I took special education, and I took education technology. Sorry. In both of those classes, they kind of hit on early child education, and reading over the first, few lessons, um, there's a lot of opportunities for younger students to get education. However, there's a lot of issues. Like I was reading how children um, with like disabilities, they have to go through all these screenings and all these um, different roles just to find out if they have a quote unquote problem. And I think that's unfair because if a if a parent feels that their child needs attention further than what they're getting in class, like they need extra attention, why not just give them the extra attention? You know what I'm saying? Like schools want to do all this, oh, well, we have to come out and screen, we have to find out if they're this, we have to test them on this, and like that's unnecessary to me because if a child needs help, they need help. Because I feel like there's a lot of childs who slipped through the cracks who did need help and wasn't able to receive that help because for whatever, like they just didn't pass the test or whatever. And I'm speaking from my knowledge because um, I know me personally. I have a real issue with like um, it's harder for me to study. Um, like if I feel like if I would have had more help, maybe gone to Head Start or pre-K or whatever, something like that, some earlier education, I would be better off in a sense. But I feel like I kind of slipped through the cracks because my study skills and my comprehension skills are very like low compared to others, and I see it every time I study. I see it every time I do work. Um, it shows, and I just have to work harder than the next person. I feel like if that would have been caught earlier, when when it should have been, looked at, I would be better off. But besides all that, you know, just reading, I just see like the school system it seemed like it's almost set up for like for kids to get an education, but it's becoming more of a business than it is supposed to be like the pleasure of a child learning. Like I understand we all have to make money, but at the same time, at what expense are you gonna go just to, you know, like you can't let like they're like this private public schools. I'm indifferent about it because okay, I understand private schools a little bit more in like up close and personal, and you have to pay for that. But I feel like each child should be offered the same, and it shouldn't have to be like a cost. Like a teacher understands what she's getting into when they teach, and separating kids from private and public because a private school student when he gets in college, he might have way better study skills but poor social skills. A public school student might have poor study skills but very good social skills. There's takeaways, and I feel like if you just mix the two, you know, take away private tech, just keep everybody public and just get more in tune with the student, it would be a lot better. But that's just my spiel from what I've learned from first 2 weeks and plus other classes dealing with child education, early child education.